Says Service Workbench for the win. Or how to transform your service department into a profit machine while making your employees happy, increasing their take-home pay, and at the same time increasing customer satisfaction to the point where they bring their cars to your dealership exclusively and have earned all their future business, both for service work and new and used vehicle purchases. By Pete Mazzara, DMA, Lansing, Flint, Saginaw District. Let's start at the beginning. Not that far back. You're getting closer. We're almost there. Okay. So several years ago, General Motors embarked upon the endeavor of the image program. The point of this was to have world-class facilities for our world-class products. There's no reason we should have anything less in the service lane. What we're talking about today is Service Workbench, which gives a world-class process for your service customers. So, well, that's not where we got the name Workbench. Actually, where we got the name Workbench is if you go to your Global Connect homepage, you'll notice in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little tab called Workbenches, and when you select it and you pick the service option, you'll come up to the Menu and Inspection Toolkit. And what's in a toolkit? Tools. So the 4 tools within the Menu and Inspection Toolkit we're going to talk about today are the Consultant Dashboard, the Maintenance Menu, the Multi-Point Vehicle Inspection, and the Management Reports. So let's take a look at the dashboard. That's a pretty awesome dashboard, but this is the one we want to talk about. When a vehicle drives into your service lane, the service advisor will put in the VIN, the miles, and it will come up with all the vital information about that vehicle, including delivery information, OnStar status, XM status, and this alerts and action items. If there's an open recall or an open field action, it will be shown here in red right in front of the advisor's face, and you'll notice the hyperlink here. All the advisor has to do is click on that blue number and it will take them to the appropriate bulletin. At the bottom of the sheet, you'll see the vehicle warranty claim history, and this part here is the customer pay history. This is the only spot within General Motors systems where you can find customer pay history as long as that work was done at a General Motors dealership. It also has a handy print button. So that's the consultant dashboard. Let's take a look at the maintenance maintenance menu, my bad. The maintenance menu, so starting from the consultant dashboard, you'll notice these 3 handy tabs at the top of the sheet. You just select the maintenance menu and it brings you to the maintenance menu. We've already put in the VIN, so our system will decode the year, the make, and the model. You've put in the miles. We can go to our vast selection of owner's manuals, look up what the factory required maintenance is for the vehicle at that time, and you'll never again miss out on that 100,000 mile service because someone forgot to ask. Down at the bottom of the sheet, you can also put in the dealer recommended services, and anything the customer accepts can be totaled up at the bottom for a nice handy printout for the customer. That's the maintenance menu. So now let's look at the multi-point vehicle inspection. Once again, we go to our 3 handy tabs to look at our electronic MPVI. But wait, you say, we've got a paper copy. And right you are. We've had paper copies for about 10 years, but what we did is we took our paper copy, we crumpled it up, we stuffed it into a computer, and voila, we've got an electronic version of the same inspection form. It works the exact same way. Your advisors and technicians simply check red, yellow, green based on the status of each item, and you've got a nice report for your customer. It is vastly superior than the paper copies for 3 reasons. 1, you don't have greasy hands touching it, smearing it, getting it all messy. Number 2, storage. When you have your copy of a paper copy, what do you do with it? You put it in a file room and it's very hard to retrieve. The electronic version, everything is stored on the cloud. It can be easily pulled up and reprinted at any time. And most importantly, when you have declined services, our CSSR program will automatically scan this system and send out mailers to those customers who have declined services with valuable coupons. So that's the multi-point vehicle inspection. Now let's take a look at the management reports. This report here is the MPVI usage report, and it's got lots of vital information, such as the number of inspections, total ASR hours identified, total ASR hours accepted, total ASR dollars identified, dollars accepted, and a closing ratio. For the technicians, you can see how many inspections were done, what the total ASR hours were, and the average value of that request. It also breaks everything down by each individual advisor and technician, so you can see who's doing an awesome job and who might need a little more coaching. So that's the management report. So how does it all tie together? A world-class facility now has the option to use a world-class process in the service lane. So let's do the math. A great service lane process, that's a win, Plus, if you have happy employees because they're going to have more money in their paycheck, that's a win. And when you add those two together, you get happy customers. That's a win. When you have happy customers, you're going to have more profits for your dealership. When you have more profits in the dealership, you have happy dealer. When you have happy dealer, you have a happy OEM. In short, it's Service Workbench for the win.